Yo, what's up guys, Hussein Adgashi here, the influencer. In today's episode, we are in America, California, Moreno Valley, and we visit one of the best coaches in the world. He got awarded from the Ring magazine, Robert Garcia. And we have here the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy. He's the coach of multiple world champions. If I would tell you now all names, the episode would be 2 hours just by telling you the names. So let's check it out and get it on.
Let's get it on. Ringfluencer, get the job done. By Hussein Adgashi.
Straight all the way from Venice Beach to Mo Valley, RGBA, can't wait to check it out. He's changed his gym from Riverside to Mo Valley, so we're gonna check it out. It opens in 45 minutes. We're gonna get some Jack Jr., a little teriyaki chicken or shrimp or something, and go knock something out.
The guy who do in every end of the video this movement.
Bruh.
It's interesting, they have your sausage and 2 eggs. I got this already.
It's one of the biggest gyms I've ever seen, man. You know, I've been in the sport for decades. It's connected to a mall, so it looks like he took over a spot that used to be a bowling alley, which is amazing. And it's not just for amateurs, not just for pros. You know, it has people at all different, you know, ages and skill levels. And yeah, I just can't wait to get in there.
Robert Garcia, the founder of the gym, is not just a mastermind in coaching, not one of the best coach, if not the best coach in the world. He also by himself was a professional fighter. He was world champion, super featherweight from the IBF. 37 fights, 34 wins. With 26 years, he finished his career. And his brother Mickey is 4 times world champion. I'm really excited to see what's behind the history. And now let's try the famous teriyaki. The light over me looks like I'm an angel, ancient guy. Yes, that tastes like shrimp teriyaki. I love it. Perhaps there are good news.
Yeah.
If you make a good training with Robert Garcia, he gonna open us more doors than Jehovah's Witnesses. Or close more doors.
All right, in Mo Valley, guys, there's only a couple things you can do. You get some good Jack Juniors right next to Jack in the Box, and check out the 100 other fast food places on one corner, or you can get married and have some fat, ugly kids. Huh?
Oh, they also have here the famous Raising Cunts. Freddie Roach, Robert Garcia, Mickey from Rocky, who's the best coach in America. Hola, ¿qué tal, amigo? Here the people don't go risk. When they go riding on the bike, they have 4 wheels. It's the first 4x4 from Tesla. It's from the new Meth series. As you see, guys, before a few weeks, so many people gathered together to see the ceremony. Here we have the father of Robert Garcia. They call him Grandpa, which is very strange. The mayor gave them this certificate, and also a famous other boxer was on the stage. When you know his name, write it on the comments. And suddenly also Conor McGregor arrived, or some kind of American version, nobody knows. We made it, guys. Robert Garcia Boxing Academy. Here you see at least 16 world champions. Ah, that's amazing. The gym is based next to a bowling and amusement park, which is called Round 1. Round 1, remember. At least we don't need to ask, where is the Robert Garcia Boxing Arena? It's here, straight. Amazing.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Mikey Garcia, former 4-division world champion here at the home RGBA. Me and my brother, my dad, everybody were happy to be here. Opened the doors earlier this year, I think like 3 months ago. Welcome, everyone. We're here every day, and we appreciate all the love and support. You know, we're here today with all the kids, and in fact, earlier we had a bunch of other kids, but we have the amateurs program. My nephew, everybody runs the program. The professionals are in the morning, and you know, lots of great training, lots of great champions. As you can see, we're full of memorabilia here. All the stars from all the world champions that have stepped forward, that have trained with my brother. My brother has helped in their careers, you know, and for anybody that loves boxing, you know, here we are.
Nice. Can we ask? When you enter the place, you come in, it's huge. 3 boxing rings. Then this crazy poster of the Garcia family, the Garcia Boxing Academy, House of Champions. I love it. And all these crazy lights on the wall. It reminds me of a modern auto washing saloon or something like that. Amazing.
Bruh.
And I think this chair is for the grandpa. That's the nickname of Robert Garcia. Feels very good.
You spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man who doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man.
This gym, guys, ridiculous. The ground is of epoxide hearts, which is like one of the most expensive materials in the world. Perhaps more expensive than diamond. On the ground, you can see like the Walk of Fame they have here with some famous other boxer names, with all the champions from here. And even there is some spot left. Maybe that could be something for me.
Stop it. Get some help.
I never saw a rig with so many heavy bags. All very tight on each other, but there's enough space to work from any direction. It's amazing. Also, people like this, I never saw in my life. It's to learn the perfect timing because it only goes straight. No left, no right. And also you can see here that there are different kind of people training. They have your heavy bags for big guys. They have some for medium guys, some for very small guys. For every level, for every height also, or height. In my life, I've been to many gyms, did over 200-300 documentaries, maybe less. Who counts? Perhaps YouTube, it does. But I never saw a machine like that. This machine looks so strange. I'm really excited how the coach gonna show us how we can use that. That's exciting. Or this one. I don't know, I'm gonna figure out. I will figure everything out soon.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Jose Perez. I've been training here for about 2-3 months. I love this gym. World class, the coaches are world class, and it's just a great environment overall.
Here, all the family, Robert Garcia himself. And then again, Robert Garcia, it's a caricature which he bought in Thailand on the market. Then his famous brother, Eduardo Garcia, one of the best coaches. And his brother, Mickey Garcia, the real deal, 4 times world champion.
You relax on a bus when you don't know the driver. You relax in a plane when you don't know the pilot. You relax in a boat when you don't know the captain. So why not relax in life knowing that God is in control? Just keep doing your work like the driver, the pilot, and the captain, and leave the rest in control of the God.
No guys, I'm not in a strip club. I'm Robert Garcia Boxing Club. It's so beautiful, it's so amazing. It's like, I actually don't know, it's too beautiful to be a boxing gym. Everything red and black. He's for sure a fan of Albania, and all these posters on the wall from all his champions. I like it. And his poster looks the most beautiful. His picture, I mean. Robert Garcia. The Fantastic Four, Robert Garcia edition. On the left corner, we have Marcos Maidana, the Argentino, the guy who knocked the teeth out of Floyd Mayweather and took it later and put it on his chain. Marcos Maidana. Un campeón nunca se rinde. El que rinde nunca va a ser un campeón. Robert Garcia. Also very motivating. This phrase, it's very motivating. Keeps me pushing.
Well, I think there's a lot of things that define and make this gym a great gym. I would like to say that my brother, in accordance with my dad and you know the team, like to work on each fighter individually. We don't have just one style of fighting that we apply to every fighter that we have. We look at each fighter individually. We look at their pros and cons. What are their traits? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? And then we try to work around that to help that fighter improve the best that we can. So you'll have some fighters you'll see they have great footwork, good speed. We focus on that with that fighter. But then another fighter may be a stronger, more aggressive, resilient. You know, okay, maybe we gotta work on him being an aggressive brawler, an aggressive, you know, pressure fighter, volley puncher. So we work with each individual fighter. My brother's very good. He's got keen to eye, the eye to see what each fighter needs. And I mean, you've seen the history with my brother. He's had, I think, now 16, 17 world champions that he's helped, that he's trained to become champions. And each one has had a different style. Not two are the same. We don't focus on just one style. And I think that's what has helped my brother, you know, be so successful. All the fighters love it also. You know, it's almost like family here. We really do feel like family with all the fighters. We support each other. We go to each other's fights. You know, we're happy. I'm happy as when I see one of our fighters become world champion. Happier than when I was even fighting and being champion myself. So I think that says a lot about what we have here at RGBA.
Last question. Come on, guys, smash it.
So far, the gym, Robert Garcia's Boxing Academy. It's a big gym. It's very modern, very sleek design. Almost looks like a movie theater. It's right next to a bowling alley too.
I'm pretty sure this was a bowling place. And here we have the famous belt, the green gold, from the WBC. Also the IBF belt from Robert Garcia himself. And all these documents, these prizes. So exciting. These gloves look quite sick too. Custom made, for sure from Boxer World. Laura, I love you. Here we have his famous coach outfit, Granta Garcia. Next to it, or down next to it, the Ring Magazine Award for the best coach of the world, 2011, or something like that.
Hey, I'm Jose Contreras, also known as Chepe, here at the RGBA gym. I'm one of the assistant coaches here. It's Robert, his son Pita, me, and another coach, Felipe. I guess what makes this gym special or good, we've been training and we've been a team for so long. We've stick to our roots of what what Robert's dad showed us. You know, he's been the founder of the whole skill set that's been placed in this gym, and we've stick to it, and we've been doing pretty good.
It's cool to see. You see the guys are training together, they're helping each other. I like it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe one day they're able to do it to 3.
My name is Angel Padilla, and this is the #1 gym in the whole nation, not just California, but the whole nation.
Why you like this gym so much?
The intensity, you know, the vibes, the respect. You know, they push you to the limit, you know, and just I love it.
Also, the gym provides free water, if you can reach it. The toilets, yeah. Really, I never saw something like this. It reminds me of a nightclub. I'm afraid when I go to pee that somebody's taking cocaine there, really. Like in New York. This gym is magnificent. It's so shiny, my eyes are hurting, really. They say if you look to the stars, maybe you can get blind.
It's one of the nicest gyms I've seen, especially in Southern California. As you can see, they got over, 30 bags in general, from all shapes and sizes, to 3 full-size rings. Their bathroom's something nicer than what I've seen in Beverly Hills law offices. And everybody was pretty chill, man. Can't wait to come out here when I'm in the IE.
And now, guys, it's time to get changed. Boom.
Cool, we in here, man, like swimwear. We're gonna warm up on a couple of rounds of jump roping, some stretching, and some shadow boxing. We'll probably do some pad work. You know, you never know. If a heavyweight comes in here, we might have to spar him. So one of the most important things at a boxing gym is, you already know, right? You gotta warm up and stretch. All right, it's important. Us tough guys, right? We don't like to stretch, but if you're not flexible and you're too stiff in there, you already know, you can get knocked out.
Oh my God! Wow!
I think the most important thing a fighter needs to always remember, every morning when you wake up, don't forget what your goal is. Your goal is to become world champ. So no matter what the weather's like, no matter what is going on around, boxing is #1. You get your ass into the gym, do your road work, do your swim, do your exercise, do your conditioning, get in shape. You can be all the talented fighter, you can be all talented, but if you don't have the discipline, if you don't have the work ethic, that's gonna limit you. You may not reach your full potential if you don't have the work ethic. There's gonna be days that you don't feel it. Well, guess what? Those are days that matter the most. Because when you're in the ring and you're not feeling it, It's only that extra energy, that extra drive that's gonna help you get through the fight. So on days that you're not feeling it in the morning, those are the most important days, or else you're gonna start getting used to calling it short, calling it quits, you know, and taking the day off. Well, if the fight gets tough on fight night, you may get used to calling it off because it's not my day, I'm just gonna cruise. No, you gotta push right through it. So I think that's the most important thing.
You should be the new Andrew Tate.
Hi, so my name is Roberto. I've been here at RGBA for almost 2 years now. One of the main things that I like about the gym is the feedback the coaches give you. I think they pay attention to everything you do well, and they're all pretty attentive with all the fighters, and especially the ones who have just joined the gym with zero experience. They give them good tips and they take care of everyone here. And I think everyone gets a fair shot here as well, as long as you put in the work. And also, they're open to everyone. All 7 days a week they're open to train, so that's good too. All the fighters get the extra work.
What I like about the guy is he also trains with a gold chain like me. I'm not the only one. Good, bro. Also, this is what boxing is about. The father watching his son, recording him, and giving him advices. Maybe he even didn't know. Maybe he even don't know by himself. But still, let's laugh. Here it's amazing guy. Here we see the 4 times world champion doing pets with his nephew, son. Nobody knows who it is, but it's amazing. It's just amazing.
This is pretty much, we have a friend of ours that he's been creating or inventing machines, you know. He's the one that has those little speed bags right there. They're magnets and you just mount them onto this. He did this too, and he created this little machine, and you know, he's always saying that he's also a coach himself, I believe, and he's like, I created something for those kids that are always asking for mitts. so it's just for uppercuts, you know. He's kind of like it's just a little thing that he created to land those uppercuts on the mitt. I mean, I think it got a lot of work. It has a lot of work to do on the machine, but yeah, he's, you know, it's there. But that's all it is. That's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. Boom, you know. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so this is a double M bag, but you know, we use it sideways. It goes here, but we ran out of rope. So this one, we used to have it at the other gym, and we just installed this. We just did it, yeah. So it was shorter on the other gym, but it's not long enough. But you know, we'll buy more rope.
I actually do like the double M bag. I do. The heavy bag is good to increase your power, your endurance for over a period of time, unloading heavy shots. The heavy bag, that's for that. But it's not really gonna teach you, you know, technique or correcting, you know, certain punches. It's stationary. There's not much to do. I like this because, again, I'm gonna remind you, I love the jab. The jab is about timing, controlling the distance. So I like this. Sometimes you can do a quick one. Sometimes you take your time. So I like the jab a lot, right? And and that's why I like the double M bag, you know? Double M bag for me allows me to practice the jab a lot more. You know, you can do uppercuts, you can do, you know, time it here. A little bit of timing, a little bit of everything, rhythm, everything. I like the double M bag. It's not a bag for you to throw heavy shots. You know, it's not a power shot type of bag. You want to throw heavy shots, you go to the big heavy bag. But again, for the timing, the distance, the speed, I like this for the jab especially. You know, for sure.
Yo guys, what's up? Over 82% of you are watching the videos but still haven't subscribed the channel. So click on the subscribe button and follow the channel, and then you see my button. Most people from the gay Vogue Nation think this is for something else, but no, this Vaseline is to put on the eyes, on the nose. It's like the punches glide away and you don't get a cut. That's the secret. It's not for your ass.
Usually Robert Garcia is here every day. We have been training the pros in the morning, and then in the evenings our kids come in. But today he had flew out. He went to San Antonio, Texas. We're gonna have 2 pro fighters over there on a pro box card. We got Jesus Martinez and Figo Ramirez.
Look better. And you southpaw too, because that's your stance, right? It's very important. So we were just talking about the wraps. Very important because some of the smallest bones in your entire body, right, are in your hands, right, in your knuckles, right? We only get one pair of hands, so you might as well wrap up, you know what I mean? Believe me, we're all tough guys here, but even with 16 ounces, you could break your hand hurting somebody, you know what I mean? Or just injure your hand hitting the bag the wrong way, you know what I mean? So yeah, throw on some wraps. A whole lot. So not just about the Walk of Fames. If you want to be famous, you got to have a good glove. And one of the best gloves out there are winning gloves straight from Japan.
And Ciroc.
Yes, can't leave that out.
Ciroc.
Ciroc, right? But yeah, no, seriously, it probably takes 6 months to order some of these, man.
Seriously.
Seriously. Seriously, right? You could spend $700 to $1,000 on these, but once again, you only get one pair of hands. Might as well, you know, buy the best.
Before we start with the pets, we do some shadow boxing easy. First we start on the ground, just to activate the punches. Then we go in the ring and we get a bit more serious. In New York, Mendes Gym, shout out from Popeye, we learned a cool exercise to change levels. We go between the ropes.
Our philosophy is smart fighting. So we really like using our left hand a lot, you know, working off our jab. That's one of the things we like working on, but obviously I think also we always adapt to the style of our fighters, you know. That's another thing that we've been really good at, and we always help out a fighter to improve his style, not to really change it, you know. And that's something that we've done pretty good.
It's really important to have multiple trainers at a high level, right? Whether with, you know, your Bomac, or whether with, you know, Eddie Reynoso, right? Whether you're with Freddie Roach. So we're gonna swap in and out, maybe do 2-3 rounds each, and have this big heavyweight man throw some hooks and jabs and crosses at us, right? And everything in between.
Turn into it a little more. Boom, there you go. Give it more of a snap. Don't. You're going too heavy with your body. Don't. Give it more speed. More speed. Don't turn your body too. Yeah, you're pushing. Give it more of a snap. There you go. You see, a little looser. There you go. Good job. I think my favorite combination would be something that's gonna end with an uppercut. I think the uppercuts are one of my favorite punches because they're very, how do I say it, effective. Like most uppercuts are gonna make a good amount of damage. They're very unexpected. So yeah, I mean, I'm always trying to teach a fighter how to get in there or sneak in an uppercut, even if it's at half or long distance. Nice. Nice.
Well, although there's a lot of combinations, a lot of punches in boxing that people, you know, some fighters master a certain right hand or a certain left hook to the body. I'll tell you, my most important punch that I feel was most important is actually a jab. It may not be as damaging like a right hand or like a left hook, but the jab will guide and dictate the pace, the distance, the range, and the rhythm of the fight. With a good jab, you can open up for a straight cross, you can jab and time and dictate the distance so you can get a good hook or even an uppercut, but the jab is probably one of the most important punches that I feel, you know, was part of one of my keys to my success was a good jab. Like I said, that opens up everything else. Good combinations, that leads to everything. But the jab, that left hand, that front hand to either jab on the way in or jab on the way out to keep a distance, sets the distance, the tone, the pace, I think it's the most important punch.
Thank you, Joe.
For sure.
Can we make later a picture?
Sure.
So now we're gonna look at throwing some combinations where he's gonna defend slipping or rolling and coming back with some shots. Take him out with you right up there. Boom, right there, there you go. Slip a little more. Go under it. There you go. Good shot. Do it again. Good. So the most important thing of a fighter is definitely going to be their defense. And in combination with their attack as well, you need to have a little bit of both. And I think one is not more important than the other. I think it's the combination of both, having it well balanced. You're going to find a better fighter.
Primero vio, después valiente. This means you have to devalidate your ticket before you leave the parking.
Never giving up, that's what's gonna make a champ. No, I think being very stubborn and following your dreams is gonna be definitely one of the things that is gonna make a champion, and most importantly, the discipline, consistency, and the motivation. You know, you gotta have the drive.
I like it when coaches are quiet, calm, make small correctures, and don't interrupt you too much. Nice style of coaching.
Look. Turn your back. Turn it. Speed.
Going back to the work ethic, the need to have a strong work ethic and the discipline, the dedication. We've seen over years fighters that have the talent but lack that drive, that work ethic that I'm talking about, and they fall short. Some have become champions, but very, very short, reign as champion. Others haven't even become champions. Some of the names, again, not to talk bad about any of the names, but maybe you can use as examples. Back in the early 2000s, there was a fighter who went to the Olympics out of Mexico, Francisco Panchito Bojado, great talent. He was expected to be a huge star. He had the charisma, he had the talent, the speed, the power. But I think it was his work ethic, this discipline that kept him from achieving greater success. Unfortunately, he never became world champion. Other fighter that came to my brother's gym actually, and this was back in the 2010s, Argenis Mendez. He was Dominican, great talented fighter, super skilled. Work ethic was lacking. He did become champion for a brief moment, lost his title, and then after that just didn't really have it. But as far as talent goes, oh man, this kid was amazing. I sparred with him a few times at the gym, and he was one of the top fighters that was out at that time. Like I say, he did become champion, but just didn't sustain that status, didn't have the ethic. And over time, we've seen other fighters, again, not to talk bad, you had this other kid, Eddie Gomez, Pitbull. Eddie Gomez came out of the U.S. championships and the U.S. tournaments as a great standout. Everybody was big on him. I think Golden Boy had signed him to a big contract. Again, we go back to the work ethic, the discipline, the dedication. He had the talent. Unfortunately, again, that cost him. And there's been others in time, So that's something that we always remind our fighters. You gotta be in the gym, you gotta be dedicated, you gotta put everything else aside. We gotta put everything second, third. Boxing is number one. And that's why I remind everybody, don't forget when you wake up every morning what your goal is. You wanna become world champion, you wanna be successful, do what it takes. It's not gonna be easy. If it was easy, everybody would be champions, It's hard work, it's dedication, it's discipline, years of evolving, training, day in, day out. That's what it takes. You gotta put everything else aside. Unfortunately, boxing is a very jealous sport. It doesn't give you time to enjoy other things. You miss out on holidays, you miss out on birthday parties, on anniversaries, on Christmas, you miss out on your own, kids at times. Special celebrations, you miss out on that. But it's all with the intent and the purpose to become, successful in your sport, in your career, so that later when you do retire, you can enjoy everything else that you already paid for. Now I'm here with my kids, I bring them to the gym, I spend time with my family, I spend time with my friends, with my dad, which for a lot of time you miss out on. But that's what it takes to be able to be successful at the highest level.
Last question.
All right, my boy Chepe warmed it up. Now it's time to get it down with the slick black style. Even though we in Mexican town out here, Riverside, shout out to all my Latinos, man. Definitely like the brawler style. Now we're gonna show you the sweet boxing style. Sugar Ray shit. I'll just make sure he was filming. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure you can film it. Nice. Nice. Ooh. Beautiful. Put the straight left behind that. Yeah, and another hook, you're right. When you're doing pad work, it's smart to start off with the normal pads, right? Like everyone does. That's cool to warm the engine up like an old school Chevy. But when you got the power of a 396, a 454 big block, you want to have a bigger shield, right? So that's what we're going to use on this next round. Set up some power shots, whether it's hooks, uppercuts, or crosses, all right? Ooh, you punching hard. Nowhere. Ooh, that's me. Double it up. Hook. Ooh. Ooh. Ay, Dios mío. That's funny, man. These sticks ain't for drums or some, what would he say, BDSM shit? Man, especially when a motherfucker got long arms like him. See, not everybody's blessed with the 73, 74-inch range, right? I got little T-Rex arms. So anyway, I like training a lot of bigger guys, whether they're heavyweights or cruiserweights, but you got to keep the distance, right? Because you can win a fight with a jab or staying on that back foot and using distance, all right? We're going to show you in real time.
My name's Julian, and I've been doing boxing for 2 months, and I hope my goal is to become a champion one day, and I just want to make my dream come true. And yeah, I just want to be a champ one day. And
What's your surname?
Give me your Instagram. My Instagram is Julian_Roman_12. I'm 12 years old. Yeah.
Nice, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Don't stop. Don't stop. Come here.
Woo! This motherfucker trying to get me back. Y'all want to get in there next? I know. Yeah, you gonna hit me back. He said love tap. All right, as tough as you think you are, you can always find your match, right? So we're working with the stocky, heavy hitting guys. You'll see what's happening with it right now.
Surrender that gigantic pie. To the free, my rascally restaurant!
Yep, keep working. He can take a punch. Yeah, go to the body. Maybe sit down, some hooks to the body, champ, like you was throwing the bag. Hooks to the body. Yeah, there you go. Move your head, yep, back on the jab. Move your head, yep, back on the jab. Sit down on them hooks. Time. Good fucking round. Back to these, the sticks. Not only in the ring, but on the heavy bag. It helps to keep people honest, is what I call it, and keep the distance. A lot of people like to crowd the bag, you know, depending on your style, whether you're a brawler or a boxer. But it's important to expect shots back, right? So that's what we're doing right now. It's gonna work a little defense while he's hitting the bag, right? Yeah. And now.
Oh, training seems very good. We did some different versions. Oh, thank you, man. And now we take. Guys, if you want to know how to knock everybody out, just follow the channel.
So anyway, we started on the heavy bag, which is great, right? After doing some pad work, right? We did some pads. Now, not just the heavy bag, we're going to this bag so you can get body shots, right? Uppercuts, hooks, right? Rolling behind it, working body shots, upstairs and downstairs with it, right? So that's what we're gonna do next. The simulates, right? Going up top to the head and working to the body, right? It's really important, I think, to have a bag like this, not just heavy bags at your gym, so you can work body shots, right?
That's without today's episode. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed. It was a pleasure to see one of the best fighters in the modern area. Such a humble guy, such a nice guy. I had the feeling with him we could talk 2 hours more, or 3.